Good day, Conserving 915 family. Welcome to another episode of Conserving 915. We hope everybody's having a really happy
Easter
today. We are your hosts, Angel.
El pinche Steve is here.
Oh, and I'm Dave.
Last but not least, Ruben.
And we have a pretty cool show for you all today in honor of
Easter.
We're going to have a few religious themes. And I believe we're also going to go over a few memes today, right? It's going to be a little bit of a fun show as well.
Yep.
So we hope you all watch the whole thing, sit in and enjoy, have some fun.
So the reason that we're doing memes and not news stuff is because today is actually Sunday. That's why Steve is wearing a tie.
Even though Ukraine just got blitzkrieg last night, right? The Ukraine got blitzkrieg last night, but besides that, yeah.
Well, the thing is, the point I was trying to make is that we don't
talk about stuff like that.
we don't work on Sunday.
And I brought it up, yeah.
We don't work on Sunday, so this isn't work. We're just having fun. All right, guys. So we're gonna kick it off with a quick little video. Started off real godly. This is actually a little skit, a little clip from a skit made by the Babylon Bee. You know those guys?
Yeah.
Satire, right?
Yeah, satire.
They got some good skits.
They got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly making fun of how ridiculous the world is now, and also with a touch of Christianity. Now they made a little skit, pretty much based off of that. The what do you call it? The lemma, the phrase, "Who would die for a lie?" Something that people who are non-believers actually refute, and this is a good. I think it's a very good and sound, reasonable way to defend the faith.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not only that, and I think that's the first time I might have heard that quote, but who would die a very, very horrible and ugly death for a lie.
so let's check it out without further ado, and then we'll react to it. Here we go, guys. Ready?
Are we all here? I need 100% participation for this to work.
Yeah, everyone's here. All 12. 11. 11 of us. What's the plan?
Well, as you know, Jesus is dead. But stick with me, okay? Stick with me. I have a plan. We are going to steal his body.
Okay, I'm tracking with you. What's next?
And then we're going to tell the whole world that he rose from the dead.
Oh, you know I'm in.
I love it already.
All right, classic. Then what?
And then we're all going to get brutally murdered.
Wait. Come again. Could you go over that last part real quick?
Oh, what? We get murdered. What's the problem?
I like it. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pete. I love me a good hoax as much as the next guy, right? What's in it for us? Do we all get riches, fame, and fortune first, right?
No, get this. You're going to be hated, persecuted, and reviled for the rest of your life.
Okay, guys. Okay, fellas. Look, I gotta be missing something here, right? Okay? I mean, why on earth would we do this? Can we start over?
Oh, okay. We'll start from the beginning. Everybody for John, the beloved disciple.
So, okay. We go down to Jesus' tomb.
Sounds good.
This is really easy.
Then we pay off the Roman soldiers that are guarding the tomb with their lives.
Why would they do that?
Then we somehow roll away the big stone that's in front of the tomb.
Obviously, you have to move the rock first. Duh.
And then we steal his body.
Yeah, I guess.
Then we tell the whole world that he rose from the dead, and we get brutally murdered for our troubles.
Epic break, bro.
Peter, you rock. Okay, guys. Okay, and then what?
Then we all get killed. Come on.
When do we see ourselves become exalted and praised?
That's just it. You don't!
What is happening? Anyone hear what I'm saying? This is the most idiotic plan of all time.
Chill out, bro. I mean, do I really have to explain the joke to you? Look, it's that we lie about Jesus' resurrection, and then we all die.
How are we supposed to chill out when our heads are getting cut off? Or worse, what is wrong with you guys? Thomas! Okay, look, back me up here. I know you can't be cool with all this. I know you gotta have some doubts. Come on.
Doubts? I don't know about having a doubts.
Okay, you guys have officially lost it, okay? I am out of here. I'd rather be exiled to a deserted island than spend another minute with you wackos.
Have I got some good news for you?
That's what's gonna happen.
We want to thank our friends at iBible for sponsoring this video.
Anyway, so there's
Nice.
yeah, check out iBible.
Nice.
I mean,
So it sounds about right. Sounds about right. It's enormous pranks, guys. 2,000 years in the making.
And I think I probably would have found it a little bit more amusing, but we just got out of church right now. And so this whole time I was kind of picturing a lot of the ugly stuff that happens to some of the apostles, you know? And so, like, I was having a difficult time laughing, but I mean, it's good. I'm sorry, I just had all that stuff. I was thinking about that stuff. You know?
well, don't picture the horrible deaths.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, sometimes
it's supposed to be a meme.
Yeah, true.
No.
Well, it's really just highlighting the ridiculous notion of somebody for no reason whatsoever other than just to hoax and troll the entire world, you know, and then get nothing out of it. Well, maybe not nothing, just get skinned alive or toasted on a
upside down.
Crucified upside down. One was boiled. You know,
boiled.
Yeah.
And oil.
Yeah. So.
Bro, we got serious real quick in the opening, so that we were gonna have a little bit of fun, but not sorry. maybe we can still have a chance to turn it around.
The thing is, okay, I like how Thomas, the one that ends up doubting the resurrection, he's the one that's like, I have no doubts. What do you think, Ruben?
I don't know. It's the video. It is what it is. It explains itself. It's just a satire to prove a point.
All right. Well, good start, guys. Great start.
Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up.
Let's look at a couple of memes here. I have one here, just to keep. They're in alphabetical order. I'm sorry. We have something here called the Archangel Ross. I am this close to striking you down in the name of the Lord. Like, I don't know. You guys watch Friends? You ever watch?
No, I've seen a couple of them, but I've never really got into it.
Same here. Actually, my wife started really getting into it, and she says that she's gonna try to get better at English by watching Friends, and she's been watching Friends. I hope it's working. So
there's going to be a lot of awkward laughs where they're not needed if she learns from Friends.
Well, yeah. Thing is,
so did she watch it? Well, she's trying to learn English, right?
Mm-hmm. In English with subtitles.
Watching that.
Hey, who's the angel with the flaming sword? Is it just like a random cherub, or is it like Michael, Raphael?
I'm guessing it's Michael.
Michael, all right.
Usually it's depicted Michael, but it's an image taken from Genesis. The angels that are guarding Eden after our forefathers were exiled. Like St. John.
All right, so let's bring it back to something that we're a little more comfortable with, maybe discussing. We have boom, you know how the Bidens, they're a crime syndicate now, or I guess they always have been, but now it's like coming to light, a bunch of their stuff. So we have here a nice little meme saying.
So he was guilty, right? But then he was in charge because they said he was just forgetful old man. That's what they said, right? I mean, it's not my words, because I you know what? I don't make fun of for forgetfulness or people getting old, because I think that's
Well,
a very ugly
obviously.
thing to make fun of. But when you use it to your advantage, if you're smart enough to be a criminal, and smart enough to say, "Oh, well, I don't remember," and to use that to your advantage, your age, that's very evil,
Well, there's that, but
Yeah.
also, he's the president. Well, technically, he's the president.
Alleged president. You know what? Like I've always said, I don't. There's no way he won.
It's not something to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, it's his executive orders that are being played through, so he's technically the president.
Technically.
In any case, yeah. But didn't the special investigator, he specifically said that he didn't find him guilty.
You know what?
I think the reasoning was that supposedly that if you were to present the information to a jury, the jury would see him as a harmless old man with a poor memory. And
So
so
it wasn't really any kind of verdict or anything like that. Right?
No, well, they didn't even.
They
take it
didn't
through.
even get that far.
I mean, if he was 20 years, the only thing that saved him was his age, and his, supposed forgetfulness.
Speaking of which, we have here another meme. Boom. What's up? I beat Donald Reagan. I will beat Donald Reagan this September. You can take that to the post office.
Can they? Is it going to be open this time?
Someone didn't crop their meme very effectively.
Take that too tight post office.
To the
Too tight, no?
I just
Time.
I guess I cut off the meme a little too close to the edge.
You got too happy with the cropping there.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, that sounds a little.
No, this is the kind of quality memes that you get when I work on Sundays. So
Yeah.
this is exactly
But
the
this
same.
wasn't work.
No, exactly. It's not because it's not work. I was just having fun.
And then the funny thing here is, like, I wasn't sure if it was a double entendre where these guys were using mail-in ballots in order to inflate the voting numbers.
Post office.
But then again, these guys didn't really have to drop them off at the post office, because I don't know how many people were testifying that the ballots were absolutely pristine without a single fold. So in essence, they were never actually mailed in, pristine.
They were
completely freshed out
uncreasing. They were
ballots.
uncreasing
They
the
were
ballots.
What did I say?
Well, I think it's
Yeah,
that new
that's-
technology
that's-
where you can fold paper and then unfold it and it doesn't crease. I
They
think.
just ironed them out.
No, it's some new technology that just came out with
The
it.
ballots are made out of quantum mesh,
Yeah.
not foldable.
Printed on.
Well, they're
quantum
foldable, but
mesh.
you can unfold them and it looks like they're not folded. Yeah. Well, you know they're on the Iron Mike.
Yeah, we have here. Boom. I don't know if you've heard, but one day, I wish to be as manly as
Iron Mike.
Michelle Obama. One day. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Well, there's a whole. It's in her book, right? She went through a whole process
To become
to
Michelle.
become Michelle.
You've seen it.
No.
Becoming Michelle or something like that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Is that like a legitimate thing, or is it another meme?
It's an actual book.
Is it like
Yeah,
an
let's see if we-
autobiography or what?
Yeah, basically, no.
Yeah, one of my close friends has it, and gave it to my wife, but my wife just kind of like, she put it away. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna read this.
Honestly, you guys pick some good memes. This is like the first time I'm seeing a lot of this stuff.
So Angel does not approve. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't approve of what? Actually, is this a real photo on Photoshop? But you guys probably wouldn't be able to tell. We wouldn't be able to know.
But the thing is, okay, there's rumors out there, and I don't know if I actually believe them, but there are rumors saying that Michelle Obama is actually not
Michael
a
Obama.
woman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think what added to them, I don't really care what she is. Despicable either way. But I think on a couple of speeches, his or her husband actually said Michael Obama.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Michael. He said that a couple times. And people.
No, he's just poking fun at themselves.
Well, he's just.
I don't know if it's that or it's a Freudian slip. I don't know.
No.
So.
So there's that.
There's that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so offensive right away. But these are just some memes that we're picking up. Oh, yeah, we have another one here.
There will be a bloodbath for the auto industry if we lose this November. And then the second photo, what does it say? Corporate media post newspaper. Trump makes threats against America, calls for bloodbath if loses. And then we got a deranged looking fellow in a bathtub of blood. Orange man bad again. Oh, he's a Biden voter.
Ah.
Yeah, but he's actually in a bloodbath.
did it say? Border crisis.
Yeah, border crisis, crimes,
war,
inflation.
Yeah.
I mean,
inflation. What's wrong with you?
Well, here's the thing.
Because Biden said it was at 3%. So
oh yeah, it's a
That's
record low. The
record
economy's
low.
doing great.
Bro, I was watching some amazing like shorts on X, formerly known as Twitter, and like there's people that were at Costco and they were buying like a little container of grapes and like it was $9.
that's not bad. It used to be like
You
20
mean the
bucks.
container with the grapes inside?
Well,
At
like
least-
yeah,
at least.
dude, it was like crazy. They were shopping around at Costco. They were like the only thing that was actually reasonably priced was the sushi. Like the container was $15. So it looked like a 20, 30 pieces. I don't know.
Oh, look at
But like everything else, man, was crazy expensive. I couldn't believe it myself. Like $9 for a container of grapes.
Yeah, the couple of times that I've actually shopped at Costco, even though, I mean, the things are bigger. The containers, the portions are bigger. I walked out of there 2 times, and I've only shopped there twice, actually, seriously, for like groceries and whatnot. It was like over 200 just for like
200.
Like
200.
a 3-pack of steaks was like 80 something bucks.
Yeah, dude, it's
crazy.
crazy.
But and it's really kind of interesting too because there was another video and I forgot what country it was because I was just kind of scrolling through X. But apparently it was like some economist in another country that was saying, "Oh yeah, unfortunately the Western countries kind of overshot how much money was printed out during the COVID-19 crisis."
Oh, whoops!
That's a conspiracy.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it was a complete mistake," and blah blah blah. Dude, there's no way this was a mistake. These guys have been printing out trillions for all kinds of crazy stuff that gets sent overseas. None of that money gets spent over here. It's all done on purpose. You know, these guys are trying to destroy the currency to bring in that CBDC, that central digital bank coin. You know, and everybody's going to be even under more oppression and authoritative rules and regulations than you are right now, man. It's going to be insane once that dollar collapses.
Oh, for real. And actually, that gave me an idea. I don't know what show it was, but they have the debt, the national debt, on
The one that's up in
Constant
New York
update.
on display. Yeah.
on a constant update. I think we should have one of those right here, like just above me, right here on the wall.
We should have.
That'd be pretty cool. Everybody, so you can know exactly how much the future is indebted. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's move on to the next meme. This one's actually a little bit funny. Can you go ahead and read that out for me, Rowan?
In fact, I don't have my glasses. I really can't read that.
Oh, you can't.
It says, Drat. If only I didn't post those offensive memes, I wouldn't have been doxxed. And it's a guy with a MAGA hat. He's got a shirt with Pepe the Frog being arrested.
Oh, and don't forget the Nazi sleeve.
Oh, Nazi sleeve. And then there's a gentleman that's given a presidential checkmark badge.
Old Biden that's forgetful.
And then there's a guy at the bottom.
Well, that's just in his imagination.
In his imagination.
The reality is he's just doxing some guy that's just a normal dude.
And then
He's just a soy boy.
so he thinks he's being a hero by trying to dox some guy, and then thinking he's a Nazi, and then he's all buff in the top image, thinking he's a strong person, but in the bottom image he's a soy boy going bald. Sorry.
Hey, man, you got two here that are kind of like thinning out.
Well, the bald part's gonna happen to all of us, but it's a soy boy, and then the guy at the bottom is kind of walking into his apartment like, whatever, dude. Seems to like not really care about
Yeah, he's
the
just,
ridiculousness.
just a normal dude.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
like the most effective way to police your population, have it police itself. So yeah.
Exactly. Like,
Turn in your neighbor.
Yeah.
yeah, make it an incentive to the people to just point the finger at their neighbors. Like, how many people got in trouble during COVID times? You know, because people were
Except for
like,
Pelosi, she was getting haircuts, all sorts of things.
no. But she was tricked.
She was tricked into
remember?
getting caught.
No, there's other people who had parties.
Newsom was up
Restaurants.
there. He doesn't want you to drive, but he's up there having parties.
I definitely.
Bernie Sanders at the State of the Union address. He's when the camera. He thinks the cameras are not on him. He's laughing, coughing, sneezing, grabbing his mouth, and then the camera's on. He puts that on
the
like a
mask.
good little boy, right?
Which is funny. The irony is that during the speech, you typically keep your mouth shut, but during the speech is when he found it appropriate to go ahead and put on that mask. But when he was opening his trap and talking the entire time, he had the mask off. You know, just the whole thing is just virtue signaling. You know, trying
Just
to
for show.
These guys think they're fooling the public.
Exactly.
And then the sad thing too is I'm not sure if this was already approved by the Canadian government, but now you can actually get punished by jail time or by fine if you actually like speak out against certain safe and effective things, which we're not going to go into.
It's about time they do that.
But it's pretty. What's going on is pretty sad. The enforcement of speech policing has gotten to a really ridiculous level that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime.
That only happens in North Korea and Russia and China.
Oh, that's true.
It doesn't happen here.
Don't forget China.
China. We don't put away we don't go after our political opponents
Of
here.
course not.
No.
Because that would be something commies do.
Or throwing protesters in jail or no, we don't do that.
No.
No. Unless you're protesting for the wrong guy. So, there you go. On behalf of the wrong guy.
On a certain date.
But what I'm telling you guys during COVID, I did not ever get together with my friends and family at all.
I was in my room as if I was in a tomb.
And we never got together for D&D campaigns at all.
No, of course not.
Because
Really do.
that would have been wrong. All right, guys, let's continue.
We're all responsible.
We're all
citizens here.
responsible, good little boys and girls. Let's get
We all follow the line at the Walmart.
Yeah, we follow the... that was so... Okay.
So this one should be interesting.
That one was crazy.
The caption on this one reads, "Girls have a hard time choosing where to eat because the last time they chose, they doomed all of humanity." Nice.
I actually told this to my wife yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but of course, my wife and I, we're great pals. It's so wonderful to be married to your greatest pal. I told her while we were at Burlington to shop for all our Easter Vigil clothes. We were there shopping, and I told her, "Are you hungry?" I said, "Yeah, I'm starving." I was like, "Okay, well, while we're shopping, you just go ahead and think about where you want to go, and we'll go eat there." She said, "Okay." About an hour and a half in the store, I was asking her periodically, like, "Hey, did you think about it?" I don't know. I'm very hungry, but I don't know. And we go to pay. We're heading out, and I asked her again, "So have you thought about where you want to go?" And she's like, "No, I have no idea." And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course." And I guess it's a normal thing for women. I told her, I think it's normal thing for women. Like, you ask a girl that you're dating, like, where do you want to go? And they always say, whatever, it doesn't matter. Or, I don't know, whatever you choose. And I said, it's because you're programmed that way, because back then Eve, that when she chose what to eat, she kind of screwed us all over.
They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it a second time.
He's like, I don't know. What if because we go to McDonald's today, we like Putin drops a bomb everywhere?
Wow.
Oh no, we did go.
You did follow a suggestion from her then?
Yeah. No, I actually said, screw it. Let's just get some ground meat and make burgers at home, and we
You're
did.
better off.
Oh, you did that?
But let it be known that...
Was it insect meat or not yet?
No, it was half and half.
It was.
But like, I heard that they're found with human and rat DNA in like the burgers. I don't know which restaurant it is.
Oh, I hope it's not the one
I
I
read an
went to.
article about that. They was really discussing because unfortunately
It is. So
this boy used to eat McDonald's.
actually, I want to get. Well, first of all, I need to get a big house with a big kitchen, but I would like to get a meat grinder and just grind, like, buy cuts of meat myself and grind it myself. Because even the ground meat at the store, I'm like, how can I be sure that it is what it's supposed to be, you know?
Like, trust the science, man. Well, you don't know if it's meat because you're not a butcher.
I'm not an expert, so even the cuts of meat can be fake.
Well, that, and I don't know if you heard, but apparently like the ribeye steaks, I think we were talking about this the other day. Now they actually use a glue polymer to glue like the chunks and sticks to it to make it look like it's one big piece of steak, you know?
I've seen that.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Hey, but in any case, Stallone ate a rat burger in Demolition Man, so I'm happy.
Hey,
If he couldn't do it,
Sylvester Stallone, he said it was not bad.
I'd rather not try unless I have to.
but in any case...
Until I'm in the sewer scrounging for rats, I will not eat the rat burger.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember. You guys, I'm older than you guys, so you guys probably. When I was a kid, I used to go to Mexico with my dad, and we would eat barbacoa, and then they caught a bunch of guys killing stray dogs and making the barbacoa. So I'm pretty sure I've had.
Dog.
It was good, you know.
I heard that they eat horse
So that's
legs
why you
too.
like Asian cuisine.
I like these.
Like Asian cuisine.
Well,
He likes Asian everything.
I like fortune cookies a lot.
It's very, very
I
good.
like to split it open and read the fortune.
But
He's talking about cookies, guys.
But after this,
David, seriously.
after this meme, let's do a couple disclaimers. We back the science, saying that women have been scientifically proven to be more intelligent by men, and they're better at multitasking. So,
Really quick before we move on from this meme, I just wanted to make an interesting note because this is something that I had always questioned in my mind for a long time, and I think it might have been Father Mike Schmitz, who I was listening to, kind of explain some of
great
this.
guy.
And I don't know if you guys have had the same question, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are out there too that have the same question. But when they're in the Garden of Eden, after they eat the apple, they're hiding from God, and then God is asking, "Hey, Adam, where you at?" And so
He asked him like that.
Hey,
where you at? Where you at?
Is
Is
that
that what-
Adam? And a lot of people are like, well, if he's God, why wouldn't he know where Adam is? But Father Schmitz was explaining, like, no, God's giving us all an opportunity to own up and fess up to our sins and what we've done,
Yeah,
So,
like,
Well, it's like parents ask their kids, "Hey, what'd you do?" Even though you know,
like the parents already know what their kids did.
You know,
But in my head, I didn't realize that explanation, So thank you, Father Mike Schmitz, for explaining that.
Yeah, thank you, Father. And he's great, man. You guys should listen to him.
Because I think a lot of other people have that question too. Well, why would God be asking where he's at? I mean, isn't he God? Yeah, he is God, but he's giving you a chance to repent. And
Yeah, exactly. Like just a couple of days ago, I see one of my kids. I gave him popsicles. I bought popsicles and I gave him a popsicle. I'm like, all right, I don't want the trash on the floor. And what do I see? One of them, she like opens it and throws the
kind of
trash.
like I told you to put my screwdriver away right now too, and I know you left it there. And I've been looking at it, so I don't bite you guys getting my stuff because I have a mess as it is. I don't need help.
And then Adam was like, it was my women's that gave me this apple.
In all his chivalry, he says, it was the woman.
But I mean, it's a back and forth debate where they say it was his fault for not taking care of his girl either. He wasn't taking care of her, so some other guy
It's half and half.
or whatever that other thing was, the thing.
Yeah, you know. You think.
I know.
So-
We're turning into Bidens here, man. Come on. Next to me. This is
Is that I saw that earlier, and I'm not going to comment a lot about this because I can't stand Eminem. Did you guys see that video that impromptu little rap that he made about Trump?
No, I haven't seen
It
it.
was like 3 years ago, and it was really, really stupid.
Well,
Anyways,
he is,
yeah.
actually.
He just sounds like a really, really, really pissed off guy yelling and screaming. I mean, I have friends that like him, and I just don't get it. Anyways, is this a real girl or is this
No, it's astounding what you can do with technology.
So it is a Photoshop. Yeah.
Probably.
Like maybe an AI or Photoshop kind of
or maybe just a Snapchat filter.
David,
Snapchat filter. Yeah.
David, I know this is kind of last minute, but dude, is there a way you can play that video or no? Because seriously, it's really, really cringe. Like I really want you guys to watch it. Since this came up, is there a way or no?
Yeah, there's a way. We'll just clip it in.
Can you pause around and look it up and put it in or
All
no?
right. Yeah, let's
Because David,
let's pause it.
you have to look this up. Donald Trump was a racist and he hates immigrants. Well, I want to ask Eminem, how many does he have in his house? You know what I mean?
That's the kind of thing. Like, and
So
that's what makes this meme so wonderful. He's always so angry, and when you see him in interviews, it almost sounds like he is smart. Like he can speak intellectually when he's not just dropping F-bombs. But you can kind of tell he's a bit of a midwit. Like he knows enough to kind of stand his ground, even though what he's standing on is built on lies and lies.
And I know this video was last minute, but I mean seriously, what did you guys think of that? Like,
That is very cringe.
it is right,
And it's one of those things where, oh, I'm so brave because I'm talking against Trump. Everybody was talking against Trump. That was not brave at all. And keep your hand up for Colin Kaepernick.
and keep it.
He's so oppressed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
You know, I mean,
It's modern.
I mean, we all
slavery,
make about 10 million a year. He was only making maybe 8. I mean,
Yeah, he always could have made a couple more
yeah,
millions.
he's right. And you know, I think it was him that said that the way the NFL trades people, it's like if they were trading slaves or something.
Mhm.
cattle.
Because people pick, yeah.
Have you? When's the last time you checked your bank account? I'm
Well,
pretty sure the actual slaves.
And all
were
people
making-
get picked at any job. People go for interviews, they get picked. I mean, we're not treating us like slaves. You know, these guys are just really ridiculous and stupid. And it's getting old quick. I hope, you know. I mean, it got old for me the first day. That there's movies I don't like whenever they throw the little racist innuendos where, well, oh, you didn't like. Well, that's when I don't even remember the exact words, but that's why I didn't see the Ghostbusters movie with all those 4 women.
Oh, okay.
Because I think a ghost insulted one of the black ladies, and she said something. Oh, you just said that because I'm black or something like that.
Okay.
And that turned me off. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna deal with that.
One more time for the audience. Feminine.
Well, all right, dude. Shut me up.
No. I'm just saying for the audience. That's kind of what I think about him. Like, he's irrational, like a woman. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
kidding.
you're gonna
Women
have
are
to-
more
you're gonna have to-
rational.
seriously,
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm actually
Slashes.
kidding.
Slashes.
Slash S for real, like on a hard copy too.
All right, guys.
All right,
let's
let's go
move on to the next meme.
So here we have a tweet from Kevin Sorbo at K-Sorbs. If the shots were given away for free because they're life-saving, why isn't insulin free, chemotherapy, EpiPens? Good point, Mr. Sorbo. Very good point.
And that's tricky. I'm not on anybody's camp when it comes to like right, left, whatever. If you're making things like, well, you know what? Honestly, chemotherapy, I'm a little shaky on. Insulin, especially, and EpiPens, like, aren't they like actually kind of cheap to make?
Yeah.
But they're
Extremely expensive.
crazy
Well,
expensive.
I know when
The markup is crazy.
a while back, because I need to carry an EpiPen. They weren't cheap, but they were affordable, and now they're like, I think like I don't know, they went up into the hundreds. Yeah,
Yeah, but Donald Trump's the bad guy. Yeah, he really is.
yeah,
Orange Man is bad.
yeah. The epinephrine really went up.
Actually, we're all orange. We're all a shade of orange. I don't know what the big deal is. Like even white people, the white, pink, pale ones, it's just like a very light orange. If you go to the to Microsoft
Color
Paint,
scale.
if you go to Microsoft Painter, it's like some like little shitty program, and you go to the orange, and then you slide it down. It's like every shade of
You can
color.
modify it to
You can go to every shade of color that a human being can be. We're all orange, dude. We're all.
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, we're like.
Well, he's orange sometimes. His hands, but
When I drink a lot of carrot juice, especially. That's all
when
I
I
need,
rub
carotene.
turmeric on myself just to get those vitamins. I forgot to take my turmeric. Oh, I'll just rub it on myself.
because I've been eating a lot of beans and drinking chocolate because I'm getting I got brown. All right.
Dude, another funny thing too was I think when Donald Trump was in office, he actually had some sort of a price limitation or agreement with regards to insulin, but it was rolled back after Biden went into office.
Exactly,
He
yeah.
blamed the prices on Donald Trump. But just like the border, these guys reversed a ton of policies that Donald Trump had set up in order, the Remain in Mexico policy, for instance, that's one example.
Oh, and then
But you're tearing families apart.
Well, we said that about Mexico. No, I have somebody very dear to me in Mexico that was telling me that the Mexican president is making a deal with the Venezuelan president. He's paying them to take his people back. Like, so I guess Mexico is on the races. And Mexico's trying to get rid of these guys now.
No one's hearing that though.
Yeah, it's
Mexico is racist,
even Mexico is like they're willing to pay to send those guys back.
and they're not exactly right wingers.
Because Venezuela said they don't want. They're not taking anybody back.
The Mexicans are taking Mexicans back.
Even their own citizens, they're like, we're not taking it back. So,
Yikes,
and when
okay.
it comes, I'm gonna throw this in too. As far as election meddling, there's a Mexican president. There's a bunch of presidents that have corrupt countries like Mexico that are campaigning on behalf of Biden. They're telling their people over here to not vote for Trump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then Mexico wants to get rid of a bunch of people too that don't belong there or that are not from there, or whatever. And you have countries like El Salvador which are getting some sanity. Argentina, right? Argentina.
Yes.
Don't say Argentina. Argentina.
Oh, sorry.
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
They're getting really smart, and they're.
I'm jealous.
Where the Argentinian president and the El Salvadorian president,
Prime Minister, I think.
or whatever they call their leaders, they had to come over here and tell us.
I know.
Hey, you guys are you know, when that's kind of, and I've said it before, I think on one of our podcasts, where that's kind of humbling when the president of El Salvador, when he has it together better than we do. It's
kind of embarrassing.
I mean, when they have to come to tell us, maybe they're gonna have to give us aid pretty soon too, no?
Yeah, that's a third world country.
Or maybe they'll get smart and say we're not giving away aid, but who knows the way their economy is going? Maybe they're gonna end up giving us.
We'll be like Volodymyr Zelensky.
Yeah.
Come on, Argentina. Come on,
El Salvador, send us some aid, please.
A couple trillion. That'll hold us over.
And I know El Salvador is dealing with Bitcoin, right? That's like a currency now.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if that's their only currency, but they're.
No, that's like one of the. I think that's the main one that they use.
And I hope they keep on using Bitcoin so mine can go up. Anyways.
All right, next meme. Oh, oops, hold on. No. I went too far. Should we add this? We go.
The Marines don't have any race problems. They treat everybody like they're black. General Daniel Chappie James Jr.
Is this from the Iron Eagle movie?
Huh?
Is this from the Iron Eagle movie?
No, yeah.
Because I think that's the guy's name on Chappie.
I found this meme and I just thought it was hilarious.
So the Marines don't have any race problems. And thanks for enlarging it. The Marines don't have any race problems. They treat everybody like they're black. So is that kind of like saying that they treat everybody good or bad?
No. Like, I think he's implying that they treat everybody bad.
But you know what? I've always seen like a lot of black people in high places, like Colin Powell, and a bunch of those guys. You know what I mean?
Carson.
Yeah. So
a lot of black people of influence.
I'm just the whole thing. Even as Hispanics, whatever. I've really never gotten into the victim culture mentality.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I've never. I know a lot of white people and black people, very good friends, and I've never been mistreated by anybody in general,
Yeah, but I think this is just it's poking fun of the whole situation.
Well, the thing is, a lot of politicians like Barack Hussein Obama use this to their advantage. Exactly. They say, what is it that even Michelle Obama, she said she had, or Michael, Iron Mike, whatever you want to call him, call her, that she was never proud of her country till
until he was elected.
Until he was elected.
Like, were you never proud of it? Like,
so that's
that's not good
and
for
then,
you to hold any kind of
right.
office or influence.
And then I've always wondered how. When I hate it when politicians do this when they're like, what are you going to do with the white vote or the black vote, or how are you getting the Latino? I mean, I thought we were supposed to stop thinking like that. Why can't we all be
a melting pot
of Americans where you're from? Why does a politician have to earn the black vote or the white vote or the Hispanic vote? Why don't you just earn the American vote?
Exactly.
I've always thought that. And I had another point to make, and I kicked in. My stupid pills kicked in. We're gonna have to edit a lot of stuff.
I told you to stop taking them. You just can't stop. They're so good.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No! This is what I've always. Sorry, this is what I've always had trouble with. This is the point I was gonna make. Like when Barack Hussein Obama won, I think within the white people, I think the vote was pretty evenly split.
Was it now?
Or it was very close. Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, what my point is, as compared to like the black vote, you figure it should, if there's no racism, you don't vote by color, that should have been pretty evenly split too. Mm-hmm. And most of what they call the black vote, which I don't like those terms, but I'm using the terms that they use. It mostly went to Barack, to Obama or whatever. You know what I mean?
He looks like me.
So it's I've never really. Yeah, there's a lot of things that the victim mentality.
It's kind of childish, actually.
It's really.
I think so.
And it just comes like throughout history. People have mistreated each other. Every race has been mistreated by
acknowledge that bad things have happened and move forward, treating people better.
Don't be a Don Lemon, guys.
Don't be a Don Lemon.
That guy can't get over it, man. He's he's making at least. He wanted Elon Musk to give him $5 million a year, right? So he's in that range of salary, and he still thinks he's being mistreated, right? He makes a lot more than the average white guy, and he's still crying every day.
I can't believe I'm black.
Yeah,
guys in the top 1% and applying oppression.
I
How about
mean,
Oprah?
he's black, he's gay, he's every category that they come up with, and he's banking it, right? So,
Oh yeah.
and don't be a crybaby, guys.
I chose this one because it reminded me of Full Metal Jacket. That one gunnery sergeant guy that yells at that's like really the only reason I watch Full Metal Jacket is for those scenes when they're doing the boot camp. There are no, and he lists off a lot of I don't see race or something. He lists off a lot of the races, but I think he calls them by the slurs. You are all equally worthless. So yeah, I just thought it was funny. So yeah, thanks for going all deep and shit.
I know we kind of veered off topic. Thank you, Chuck.
No, it's on topic, but it's I didn't realize that one was gonna spark so much out of you.
No, it's because you know what? I recently been watching a lot of Don Lemon.
Don Lemon.
That guy's annoying, bro. That guy's annoying.
Oh yeah,
So
it's kind of frustrating how he can't grab like.
There was a guy
Concepts.
that schooled Don Lemon about man. You know what? I'm gonna send you that clip so we can talk about it next
We'll
time.
talk about it next time.
All right, come on.
Next meme.
Commit a crime.
Come on.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You have guns,
I
right?
dare you.
oh yeah.
You have guns.
Oh,
I dare you.
Some water guns.
Water guns. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. You don't
A
want
hot
to
glue
tell.
gun.
You have guns.
You don't want to tell the government what you have.
You have guns.
A hot glue gun that was.
You have a hot
lost-
glue gun.
That was lost in a boating accident.
It was. The hot glue gun was lost. Were you doing arts and crafts like on the out on the
On the
what do you call it?
Bowling alley on the lane or what?
I guess on the
Whatever it's
deck.
called. On the deck.
Yeah, it's like the most peaceful thing to do.
Arts and crafts on
Bowl
the
or
deck.
what?
And you're
Arts
just
and
like
crafts?
on the hot glue gun, just
What were you doing at a bowling alley with a glue gun?
It was
Boat-
a
boating accident.
Oh, I thought. So how did we get into a bowling alley when you said? I heard bowling alley somewhere.
No, boating accident.
Oh, I thought you said bowling.
It's those pills, man. It's those pills.
No, it's your enunciation.
I guess that has something to do with it,
Yeah,
Steve.
maybe.
Or maybe it's a mixture. Combination. We'll take a.
But anyway, no, I didn't mean to call you guys out, but I'm just like, okay. Have you seen anybody who has a gun have you seen like an uptick in crime specifically in your area where you keep your gun? No.
Well, I don't know. The picture itself shows that the gun has a snake eye. That thing's looking at him mean.
It is. Oh,
And the gun's pointing at something too.
it is.
And it has a trigger, dude. So yeah.
That's
That
snake
trigger.
eye.
It
It's a
looks
snake eye, bro.
menacing. It looks menacing.
Look at
It really does.
No, it is a snake.
that. Otherworldly.
Yeah.
Otherworldly, guys.
But because we all know that guns kill people, right? We all know that.
It kind of reminds me of that big dude from Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah.
And he has like a legit base shirt that says guns don't kill people, I do.
kill
You know?
That movie's one of the classics.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Happy Gilmore.
So, guys, what will happen if there is common sense gun reform, as the Democrats like to call
All
it?
the good guys will turn it in, and they'll leave us like Mexico, and all those Central American countries where only the bad guys have them.
Oh. So you mean the bad guys aren't just going to go in and turn them?
But they do still have a military, right? That haven't dipped their toes in cartels, right?
Oh no, of course not.
Of course not.
They don't get tempted by.
No. Not at all.
Dude, Mexico's corruption free. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But you know what? You know what? We should.
/SAF.
You know what? I used to always say, you know what? Look at us. And now I think our guys, some of our guys,
Oh, dude. I would
school them.
I would say
The playbook is written in the United States.
Yeah.
You know, we have, and not by the country, because it's a great country, by the politicians.
That is true.
Not only the
I mean,
politicians, but the bureaucracy too. Bro.
Yeah.
The FDA, the CDC,
All the unelected guys that make the
FBI,
rules.
CIA. Do we have so much corruption at the top leadership of all these agencies, man? It's ridiculous.
And we are going to get shut down by our fun meme episode. I was
It
kidding.
is what it is.
It was a good run.
We'll be on Rumble.
Thank you, guys. Well, yeah, you know what? We could stay on Rumble. Let's go to the next meme. Did you know? In order to play the role of an insane and mentally depressed person in the movie Joker, Joaquin Phoenix spent one day as a liberal.
I did it, dude. I mean, just with one day, he's probably ready to do like even 20 sequels, bro.
I mean, I don't know about Joaquin Phoenix and his politics, what he believes in, but that kind of drives you insane. No, that whole victim mentality, that whole entitlement.
Yeah, these guys with beards getting mad because you call them sir, and you know, some of these. I mean, some of them do look like girls, but I mean, if you look like, I mean, how can you? And then the whole thing with Planet Fitness, a big deal going on.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You know, where,
I canceled my subscription.
Where a guy was shaving.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't even a trans guy. It was just a guy.
It's just a guy identifying as a girl, but I mean, it looked like a guy. I mean, it was obviously a guy. It didn't look like it was obviously
because he was shaving.
He was shaving, and the girls were.
Oh my goodness.
You know, that's just ridiculous, man. You know, I mean, I'm totally against it for anyone, but I could see like where at least they're playing the part. You know, where they're. I mean, I could. You're still not going to convince me. But I could see where, you know, maybe there is something going on. But when you're one of us trying to go into a girl's restroom and shave and identify as women, that's just not that's not good. And I think most women would agree.
Yeah, man. I think they would. Well, there's a lot of those things that you see. Women, specifically women, that are not cool with this.
Yeah. Well, like Leah Thomas, smashing all the records.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of women that are really upset. And you know that there was a girl that we're interviewing from another college. She goes, I feel uncomfortable. This guy walking around with whatever the male anatomy hanging out. You know what I'm saying? That's just
this is gonna be a really crazy take. A little bit controversial. You three might not agree with me on this, but sometimes I wonder if the Leah Thomas thing was a good thing. And let me explain this.
I don't know. I see what you're going.
There was a lot of this stuff going on in high school.
I see exactly.
And it wasn't making it into the national stage. The conversation went national and turned into a household name once Leah Thomas started competing like for those titles, you know. And if it wasn't for Leah Thomas, I think a lot of this stuff wouldn't get as much attention as it's getting right now. But like in a way, the Leah Thomas thing might have been a good thing because it's blowing it up.
Because it was so blatant and over the top.
And it's becoming like a national discussion. Whereas back in the day, it would have been like, this is only going on in a few high schools or a few districts.
In that case, if it wasn't Leah Thomas, it would have been just somebody else. It was going to eventually happen.
Well, I think at that level, it needed to happen at that level in order for it to.
And you know what I was going to say is, how come you never see the opposite? How come you never see a girl challenging, say, one of the top boxers, or a girl going into a sport and blowing it up? So yeah, but I mean,
it never ends well.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? You never see the opposite. Like guys going into girl sports, they go in there and dominate, but you never see the girls going in there and.
But aren't we all the same?
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe we're oppressing the.
You guys are just being very bigoted, very aggressive.
So, anyways, that's what I was.
Speaking of being bigoted, boom, we got another meme over here. Go ahead and read it.
So we have a little girl speaking to a Jesus-like figure. When I was hungry, you made sure I didn't get lunch at school. When I was thirsty, you made sure I didn't get water while waiting in line to vote. When I was a stranger, you put razor wire in the water and watched as I drowned. What you did to these, you did to me, Jesus.
I don't know if that's an exact quote.
You know what? I've waited in line to vote, and I never expected anybody to take me water.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, you can take your own water.
Get hydrated before you leave the house.
Before you go, there's. I mean, that's. When I was the stranger, you put razor wire in the water, and watched as I drowned.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone enjoys anybody drowning as much as you enjoy watching people that you brought in because you cut down the razor wire and now they're killing women.
Yeah, because that's always better.
So, you know, a lot of you guys that agree with this, you also stood by, watch people you don't know come in, and watch people rape citizens of this country, smash their heads where they were unrecognizable. So, I mean...
You guys watch these guys, like, get taken advantage of coyotes and cartels.
I don't get that first one though. When I was hungry, you made sure I didn't get lunch at school.
I guess they're trying to imply that people don't want to pay for kids' lunches at school.
Republicans that's one of their positions.
But I mean,
I've never heard that before.
I don't know. I think that's just.
I don't even think that's the case.
That's just
I
ridiculous.
mean,
It's-
because but you know what? If anything, because I know this is probably like a liberal meme.
yes, it is.
So I just don't see it. If they were really that interested in kids in our country getting fed, they could do it overnight. Because overnight they can rent out blocks of hotel chains. Overnight they can get the border patrol to make sandwiches. So if they also really cared, they could make that
Yeah,
happen.
for people who aren't citizens.
People that are. And see, and this doesn't even make sense because, you know, there's we just saw it like 2 days ago where there's a razor fence, and I didn't see any children running through there.
No.
It was a
Nothing
bunch
but
of 20 to
bros.
35-year-old guys
20 to 30.
running in there, lighting a fire. So this meme is really misleading, and you know, and it is a liberal meme. The whole thing is misleading.
And I put it on here because
Yeah.
it was actually very it was actually very disconcerting.
Yeah, because
How
you
people
should
split it up.
look at those videos. None of them look like a little child like that.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe 1 in 100 or 100, maybe more. And I think I'm even being generous. You know.
And we're not even sure that they're crossing with their parents.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
That's the thing. So
And the person that they're with, chances are it's not even one of their parents
And I
or
think we're, like,
sibling or anything like that.
About 80,000 children that are missing the system. They have no idea where they ended up. Who knows? Some of them are probably
But at
dead. I
least,
hate to be.
at least they're not in the cages.
They're being sexually trafficked. Yeah.
At least they're not in the cages, guys.
Oh my god,
yeah, so this is just
that is very dark.
It's
Joe.
ugly what's happening to these kids.
That gets me angry. And I put it.
But
It's disconcerting
unfortunately-
for me because there are people who put stuff up like this, and they're like, "You're so right. Oh my gosh, Jesus, he would totally." Like you're missing the point. It's not just letting people in. There's so much bad that happens.
that
Because
has been happening.
That's been happening, and it happens because of the influx of people. So, yeah, that actually made my blood boil for a second there. Let's keep it fun, guys.
Yeah, and just like I said, you know, that barbed wire, whatever it's called, no one's respecting it. So that's not even true.
Okay, this one's actually.
You know what? And me, I got rid of the games after they started putting more than 2 buttons on them. On the
Oh, really?
I never tried.
Let's look at the next one. Me, when the minimum wage is raised to $100 an hour and people are still living in poverty.
What? How does that happen?
Goodness.
But people, now you have more money.
You got more paper, that's all.
And you know what's funny?
Yeah, more paper, that's
I always see the governor of California saying how much how his minimum wage is going to be 25, or maybe it is 25 already.
I don't
But then you know when your hourly wage is $25 an hour, but you can't afford to go out. Then I mean then like gas is like $9 an hour, $9 a gallon, right? Or $8 a
or
gallon.
no, more.
In
I
that
mean-
case,
Definitely more.
California should make themselves like the hub for
All the bad ideas, just
No,
to,
not
just
just
to
that,
test them out.
just to test them out, but not only that, for remote jobs.
Oh, remote
Like
jobs.
you could live here, do all your stuff here, but win those $25 from California.
Or it was a couple of years ago when a reporter said, "Well, if you can't really afford gas, just buy a Tesla."
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
I didn't think
why
of
didn't
that.
I think
Oh.
of buying an $80,000 car.
oh my gosh, I didn't think of that. I'm sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah.
The solution was right there. Okay, so if you really don't understand the problem with making a minimum wage $100 or like even 15 bucks an hour, if you don't see the problem with that, then you have bigger problems. And
You know the best way to and I learned this from Ron Paul. I don't really know much, but the best way to get people out of poverty is to coin money at a limit and actually make it make it worth it. Make it from the metals. Make it backed by metals. You know, not just paper.
yeah, sure,
Like
maybe
you
metals
probably-
or just something that we know has value, intrinsic value.
Yeah, and it's just that prices don't go, like value doesn't. How do I explain it? It's always like the value of something doesn't go up. The value of money goes down. You know, a car is still a car. Burger's still a burger. It's still the same thing. It's just that
takes the
your
same amount of
money,
material, the same amount
your
of
money
work.
is worth less because it's not coined at a limit. But anyways, that's why Bitcoin is worth stuff, because they're only minting so many digital coins or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you can get tiny fractions of one.
Well, that's what I have,
but
a
it's
fraction
still-
of one. I wish I
but
had
it's
a whole
still
Bitcoin. Yeah.
like a set amount that exists. All right, let's look at the
So,
next one.
anyways.
A nice little norm. meme.
Rest in peace, Norm.
Yes, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Oh, it's not this guy. All right.
Hey, don't call me a cynic, but I'm starting to think these blood-drinking, Moloch-worshipping pedophiles who run our government might not have our best interests in mind. Yeah.
That's such a Norm thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he really say this, or is
I am
this
not sure.
That's, I mean,
it's just
but
an
it's in the style of his comedy.
Yeah,
you know?
that's pretty much how he would say something like that.
Yeah, you know, no one gave the news like this guy, right? On SNL.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Awesome, awesome, man. This guy. Back
This
when
just in.
I used to love SNL before I got too
Too woke.
cringy and too well. Yeah, it's not even funny anymore.
This just in: Michael Jackson still likes little boys, or he would always do something like, or Hillary Clinton killed a guy or something. So, Hillary.
Well, remember the big joke where during COVID, when they said COVID should say that they got stuff on Hillary, that way Hillary.
Oh
can
yeah,
kill
that's
COVID.
right. Hillary can kill it. Actually, this meme is actually more on point than people may realize. It's crazy how far morality has just been ejected from any kind of governing body, like the whole separation of church and state and whatnot, and that fallacy. What it's led to. Like now we can't talk about God. We can't talk about even morals when we're talking about, you know, legislation or even bureaucracy. Like it has nothing to do with God. So that's not even. So
You're on an FBI watch list for buying a Bible. You're tracked for being a Catholic. It's ridiculous.
So you mean Biden's being tracked?
Oh yeah.
that man has never bought a Bible in his life.
I'm sure.
Hey, dude, he has a rosary from the Virgen of Guadalupe, bro. You know that, right?
Yeah.
The CIA probably has hours of recording the video of him like catching him while doing a novena and praying and all
Well,
that.
praying the, you know,
Maybe under the suit he has the rosary, like if it was some kind of talisman.
Well, I heard that the other day he took off his suit and the imprint of the Virgin Mary was on there, like
On his other shirt?
Yeah.
And it just came. It just appeared.
And it said, "Thank you for taking care of the babies."
Because
Defending life.
because we know that
He's a hardcore Catholic, man. He's hard.
Well,
Dude,
like-
like,
and he
it's kind of hard to stick with those standards. Like, dude, I know no one's a good Christian, but when I see him, I'm like, oh, I have a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. It sucks to have that kind of, and to be honored to have a Catholic president like that. That dude, like I try and check out the commandments. I'm like, oh, which one does he fuck up on? He doesn't lie. He doesn't steal. I'm like, dude, it's hard.
He protects life.
He protects life, dude. It's dude. Yeah, there's no way, man. There's no way. That's talk about a bar to reach. It's right there, bro. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I don't know if you had something.
Slash it.
Well, there's also that part where he said that he didn't agree to certain parts of the Catholic doctrine.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh.
Like, but the Catholic Church says this. I don't agree with that. I'm like, okay, well then maybe we should just change the catechism.
No, what's wrong?
We should change the catechism of the Catholic Church.
I
They're
think
getting it wrong. Biden does not agree with it.
Well, probably the morals are too low for him, dude. Like he
low,
wants to step up the Catholic.
The Catholic Church needs to step it up to
Step
Biden.
it up, yeah.
Just not his ladders. Don't step.
So what we have here is a lefty meme. Man, those poor lefties. I mean, I don't know what to do about them. Sometimes, what does this say, Steve?
An orange man has a certain cardboard piece in front of him that states, "I have been ordered to pay back $355 million that I stole from New York City. Will you help me with a donation to save my double dollar sign?" There's a little elephant like, oh my God, I can't believe I backed him up.
Oh no!
So now he has
the elephant's broken in half.
It's broken in half. With
a nice haircut.
So
it's got an answer. Please donate $5. I owe $300 due to thievery.
And wasn't it 450? I thought it was. Close
Yeah,
to
well,
500,
it's more than this.
It's like 400 something.
Yeah.
And you know what?
This
It
might be an
doesn't-
older
and
one.
to me, this just shows I think the greed on the left. where they hate people for having money. You know, obviously, I wish I had that type of. No, I don't even.
No,
wish I had that
but they
type
don't
of
hate Biden because he has money.
Yeah, they hate
China.
They hate this guy. You know, and they don't care to see if he's being persecuted for what he's doing. You know, if you look at the history of presidents, this is the only president that has walked out of office
Poor.
being less. Well,
Not
he's
even
not
poor.
poor. He's not,
Just less
I mean,
than less rich.
he's being worth less than what he went into. All these guys go in there and they come out with worth a lot more.
Oh yeah.
This guy came out being worth a lot less.
Well, it's because they write books.
Oh, that's right. And they give 30-minute speeches. They give 30-minute speeches for $5 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
30 minutes.
and then yeah, you know, people are just. And the thing is that it's not so much that I'm defending this guy. This guy doesn't even need defending. And you know what? As far as that bail, he's going to come up with it. I'm pretty sure he's got the money. He's not.
No.
He doesn't need me to back him up. What I'm against is that, you know, one day it might be you. You might be worth $2,000, and they're gonna ask you to pay $5,000, and then you might be like this. To me, it's not even him. It's not even about Trump. It's about when you become a problem,
Right.
they can mess with you.
Yes, and actually, what pisses me off about this more is that he's being
He's targeted.
charged.
Yeah.
He's being charged and he's being forced to pay it to begin with, because there was no thievery. Anybody who thinks that he stole money due to like some kind of backwards deals just has not done any of the research and just listened to the garbage that's been.
Well, he's being accused
spit out by the media.
of saying that his properties were more than they were really worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's the
but
whole
then
premise.
even the bank testified that, hey, he paid us back.
They didn't let the
And-
bank testify.
I
The
thought it
bank-
was on there. Oh, well,
the bank was
the
backing
bank
him
has
up.
released statements, so
Yeah.
It's like,
that
we're-
he paid whatever, you know.
we would do
and,
business with him again.
and you know, and what sucks is that all these people going after Trump are Democrats because they stand up for the little people.
Mhm.
But right now they're standing up for the
Big-
Swiss bank. Oh, I don't even know what bank it is, Chase or whatever. One of these big banks that don't need defending. And that's what the Democrats are.
Because the point is to get
the
Trump.
point is to
That's
get Trump.
the point.
Yeah, it's this is election interference.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say though, this isn't pocket change. Like Trump has $1 billion in the bank, so I think it's like 450
Yeah,
million.
liquid.
Plus,
It's not feasible really.
Not only that, the 89 million from the previous was it a conviction? Well, I don't know. Like that's over half of his cash that he has on hand. If it's like $1 billion in the bank, you know, like
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
systematically using the courts.
Anybody who has that much in the bank, like in liquid, is kind of dumb. You know, like you have it in assets, so he would have to sell a bunch of his properties or a bunch of his assets in order to pay it back, because people don't actually have millions and millions and millions in a vault.
Well,
That's
some do.
ridiculous.
Scrooge McDuck. had a-
Scrooge McDuck. That's a horrible way to manage
Remember
your
he
money.
remember he would swim in his coins?
Yeah, I've seen
I
it.
don't. Oh, okay.
It does not work. It's not a liquid.
So, anyways, like it's not even about him. It's what they can do to you when you become a threat.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
anyways,
We're almost done, guys.
who
Second to
else
last.
says that when they don't know what to say? Anyway,
I think
I've said enough.
Yeah, I've said it a couple times.
Okay.
We have here.
No, I'm talking about Biden. Where he always says that. All right, we are here.
Where are we? What does this mean, Angel? Can you break it down for us?
So on
Have
the
you
top-
taken your magnesium and your fish oil?
And yeah, I'm full of omega-3 right now, brother.
Okay.
So we're running on all cylinders.
Is it?
So, well, on the top photo, you have a populace and then a gentleman with a whip. The gentleman is flinging the whip in the second one with everybody on their knees, bowing down, except for one person who decided to stand up. He's probably had enough of the BS. On the third photo, you have a group that's backing that guy up, but the majority of the folks are still on
Bowing
their
down.
on their hands and on their knees, bowing to the
Are they
mass.
praying, or are the other guys in church, or what?
Yeah, actually, this guy specifically, he's doing his Ramadan prayers.
And then finally, in the fourth one, you got the populace all standing up and the oppressor's on his knees and on his hands as well. But right now, we're on phase 3 where we only have a handful of people that are standing up to defend what's right and calling out the oppressor for what it is.
I kind of want to think that we're part of those guys standing up.
I hope so. I mean,
No, I think you have that all interpreted wrong. I'm pretty sure it's more like towards what Ruben is saying. That so-called whip is just a system where he like
It's just like Abraham's staff.
it's him giving holy water to the people,
Yeah.
and that's why they're all reverent.
I like
They're
those-
receiving holy
Those
water.
very long Orthodox aspersion. Like
Aspersion. It's probably that.
That's what it is.
Holy water made out of molasses.
made out of tar.
Yeah.
Oh my. So yeah, guys, let's stand up for what's right. Let's not just bow down and be like, oh, you can't talk about religion or politics. That's not polite society. No. You have to. You have to.
And also just think about how many whippings that first guy would have received.
Dude, he probably got the worst of it, man.
Yeah.
He probably got the worst of it. That first guy on the second.
Honestly, he's probably doing some prank also, like the guys in the first video.
You know,
He's doing some kind of prank there.
I pray that I have the guts to be the guy who stands up, you know? Because I don't know what's worse, like being, like losing all courage, all hope, and just being full of fear and to the point where I'm bowing down to an oppressor. I like to think that I'd rather take the pain and the suffering of standing up to junk and evil like that than me being a total coward and just taking it, you know?
yeah, harkening back to the first video that we saw.
Yeah.
Like, obviously that was a joke, but the truth of it is, like these guys that were apostles, they stood up for the truth. They stood up for Christ and His message and His resurrection, and they got it handed back to them, if you know what I mean. So,
I don't know, and then think about it too, like for the people who are going to come after us, do you really want to leave it to a bunch of warmongering, evil, satanic pedos, you know, or do you want to do your best to try and overcome the evil so that the future generations have a decent life, you know, one where they can
yeah, exactly.
grow up, where they're not being poisoned by all kinds of toxins that our government is pushing on them, and I don't know.
Like for the future generation, that they would be able to
Enjoy the rights given to us by God.
by God that have been identified by the Constitution.
Yeah, they've only been identified in the Constitution and not necessarily given to us through it or the government. So you guys keep that in mind. God is first, Christ is King. Hoorah, hoorah. But
Christ is King.
He lives. All right, so we have here one that's near and dear to my heart. Because of all the horrible things that are happening. I don't know why. I'm just built like this. I'm always looking at things.
The positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not necessarily. Maybe even not even the positive way, but I make fun of everything. Which is why maybe there's some memes on here that might be a little bit, people might think are offensive. But I just think it's, I think it's necessary for us to laugh at what's ridiculous and even what's horrible. It's a way to cope, I think, for me personally. Now, what we see here is this incomprehensible horrors in my whimsical ass. That's just me right there, being a little mouse in a wizard hat. Be like, hey, it's little me. In the face of all the horrible things that we're seeing. War, disease. But yeah, like in the face of all this, I still find things to laugh at, you know? And this actually reminds me. I was making fun of one of my bosses because we were talking about how entitled young people are nowadays. And a lot of them just want to work. They just want to get paid for little to no work, you know. And how they don't understand how hard it is for the people that are out there. And it's like, just be thankful for what we have here in the United States, the opportunities that you have. Be thankful for it. And think there are the people in third world countries that they have to fight to survive every day. And I looked at him and was like, you know what? You are 100% correct. And the next time I ever feel a little down on myself, I'll just remember and take solace and cheer up at the thought of the misery of others. It was a joke. Come on.
I know. I just don't think it's funny.
No.
I see your point. You're making light of it. I see.
No. I'm not even making light of the situation. I'm making light of the fact that
Some people have it worse.
Some
people
people
always have it worse.
That's the thing. I'm not even speaking. I'm not even speaking to the people who have it worse. I'm speaking to the people who take solace in that. Like I don't need to think of
Someone else being miserable.
For me to
feel
cheer up.
good about. Yeah.
Like I am grateful for what I have, and I feel bad for people who don't,
Right.
who are not able to, be part of it.
Got it.
But it's a turn of it's turning around on its head, that whole mentality of be thankful for what you have, because there's there's children in Africa starving. It's like, why are you bringing them up? Like those poor guys, don't bring them up. Just say be thankful for what you have. That's what I was making fun of. It's like, why do you bring these people up? It's not necessary. It's not necessary to be thankful. That's what I was making fun of.
All right, next.
Oh, that's it. That's the last one. So
Oh, okay, we're done.
we are donezo. And I don't know. I had fun. You guys have fun?
Yeah, yes, sir. It was another good episode.
Yeah. All right. So you guys.
Analyze this guy.
So I'm glad you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun picking out the memes. I was just boom, 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 banging them out, trying to save as many as possible. So and it made for good content, I think. So check us out for more serious things later on. I'm gonna keep being whimsical as much as I can until I literally can't anymore. The day that I stop joking and making fun of stuff is the day that you should be worried.
I don't think anyone's going to be worried.
You'll be like, oh, finally this guy's shutting up. All right, guys. So like, subscribe, comment. What was your favorite meme, or which one's the one that really pissed you off? Let us know.
I think Angel has something to say.
Not me. I just usually you guys make a quick reference to the Nopalero guy. Just the guy.
Shout out to
the Nopalero guy.
Show, man.
Hey, really quick before we hang up, do you guys mind explaining it? Because I have a feeling a lot of people hear that. Like
No, we talked about it. It's gonna. No, we're
It will be revealed in time. The secrets shall be revealed in time. All right, so share the show with your friends, with your enemies, and we'll check us out later. And peace out. Happy Holy Week.
Eat your nopales.
Eat your nopales, because you can't eat meat. All right, bye.